So I made a video the other day about, 501c charities. Now, totally people missed my point. Hey, I'm not surprised. Everyone always misses my point. So should I be shocked by this? No. I am not saying for the last time. I feel like all I have to do is repeat myself. There is a lot of great 501c charities. They have beautiful causes, and I am not taking anything away from them. I am not taking anything away from them. But the reason why a lot of these billionaire corporations or multimillionaires, they donate, to these 501c charities is they get the tax deductions. You understand what I'm trying to say to you? Now, the thing is this. What about people who are starving in the street? What about people who are homeless? What about people they're not 501c charities. They're just, unfortunately, people who have no home. They're living in the streets. They're starving. They have nothing. There is no incentive to help these people. Like, in other words, you're not going to get a billionaire who's going to go to this person and say, here's $1 million, because they're not getting a tax deduction. In other words, if he gave that person $1 million, it would just be like free money. He would have absolutely no benefit. He would just lose. That billionaire would just lose that $1 million. So it will never happen. $1 million. Most people don't even give $5. But anyway, let's leave that for another conversation. The point is that this is what the problem is in this country, is that there's no one. See, everyone. You know what I hate about this effing world in general is that it's always what's in it for me. It's like that song by Janet Jackson, What have you done for me lately? Ooh, 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 yeah. It's like everybody wants something done for them. You know what I mean? Like, I'll do something for you, but what are you going to do for me? It would be a beautiful world if sometimes people who are in a good position could help others that are not in a good position. And even if they get nothing in return, there's a thing called good karma. Good karma rewards people with good hearts. That's what I'm saying. But that was the point of that video, is that people. Now, here's another point that one of my brothers made. Well, some people choose to be homeless. So, all right, look. I don't think. Let's talk about this. I don't think anybody actually chooses to be homeless. I think these people are mentally ill. Okay. And I think, unfortunately, in those particular instances, people who are buying drugs and buying alcohol rather than getting themselves a place to live, you know what I mean? I think these people have a very serious addiction, or they're mentally ill. And unfortunately, they need to get they need to get mental help or help with their addiction. But that's like a separate, listen to me. Now we're talking apples and oranges. That's a whole different conversation. There are legitimately people out there who are homeless, not because they choose to be, because they have no choice. They have no, and who knows what the reason could be. Like, I just saw this video recently. I'll give you an example. Okay. The great President Trump, the great President Donald J. Trump. He's walking down the street. He saw a woman who had a sign up saying, I am a vet. I am a veteran. I'm homeless. I'm starving. You know, he helped her. He helped her. He got her into a hotel room. He got her food. She took a nice warm shower, got a change of clothes. And ultimately now she's meeting with people that are going to help her, that are going to help her and give her the help to get her affordable housing, to get her work, to get her the help that she needs. Some people need a break in life. See, this is what people don't understand. Sometimes people don't have opportunities. It's not like, example, you imagine you go like on a job application. Like you're going for an interview, right? and your employer there says, well, what have you been doing lately? Well, for the last year, I've been homeless. I've been living on the street. I don't know if they're going to hire you. I don't think that you have a good prospect of getting that job. Okay. Some people are homeless because they have no choice. They don't have an opportunity to better their lives. And there is no incentive for anyone to help these people. And I'm saying it's a major, major problem. And something, I hope President Trump, because he has a great heart, President Trump, I hope he can figure out some way to fix this problem. Okay? In other words, like here, like I'm not saying to you, you know what the problems with everybody? I'm not saying to you people should get free money. Everybody gets very angry with that whole concept of someone not working, someone get but give these people an opportunity, give them a chance. Like so let's say someone's homeless. I'll just give you a for instance. Let's say someone's homeless, give them housing, temporary housing, give them food temporarily, just for them to get on their feet. Is that okay with you people? Okay. Get them on their feet and then maybe put them in some form of a training program where they could learn a skill and they could get a job. But how could you possibly expect someone who's living on the street, who's homeless, who's starving, who has no money? You expect this person to, I love it when people say that. They say, you should go get a job. You remember that movie American Psycho? Remember where it was that very horrific part where he killed the guy who was homeless? He goes, the guys, can you give me anything, $1? And he winds up killing him in that movie, American Psycho. Okay. I hate to say it, but it's the mindset of a lot of people. The mindset is get a job, go get a job. How can a person get a job? Ready? They have no skills. They have no home. They have no food. They have no money. They have no clothes. They are freezing. But you want these people to go get a job. It's not possible. So there should be programs out there to help you. And a lot of times, I got to tell you, I know people think there are, but there isn't. There are so many criterias. Like, yeah, I'll give you, you want to hear an example? I'll just give you another example. Okay, I can go on and on and on. Okay. There's a thing called Social Security disability, right? Okay. My wife, as you know, has stage 4 breast cancer. My wife has been working her whole life. A great patriot, paid her taxes, did all the right things, went to college, did everything by the book. Everything by the book. Here's what the problem is, okay? In 2009, she stopped working because she was in extreme pain. She didn't know the reason why. She couldn't figure it out. Her back was killing her neck was killing her. She couldn't get up. Now, thank God, I was in a position where I could support my wife, and I told her, honey, stay home. Don't worry about it. I got it covered. I got it covered. But here's the thing. Like years and years later, when she finally figured out what was going on, like around 2017, it was determined she had stage 4 breast cancer. She did not know this in 2009. And this is after she worked her whole life, well over 20 years, paying taxes, paying Social Security, paying everything, disability, everything you can imagine. Okay? Social Security turned her down. The Social Security Administration turned her down for Social Security disability because of the lapse of work. Because she stopped working in 2000. I think it's crazy. She didn't know she had cancer. She was in extreme pain. She didn't know what was going on. Okay? But that's what I'm saying. There's a lot. See, people don't realize this. There's lots and lots of criterias that people have to meet before they get help, before they get assistance. There's income brackets. There's age brackets. There's health bracket. Like, people think it's so easy, right, to go get help. It's not. It's not. And I'm just saying that in my opinion, we need programs to help people that are in situations where it was no fault of their own, that they're homeless, that they're starving. And it does make me sick with people like Elon Musk. It does. This guy wrote a comment, this guy, Jimmy, he goes, it's his money. He can do whatever he wants. Nobody deserves to have $500 billion. Give me a break. $500 billion? Come on. When there are people starving in this world, I think you have a moral obligation. You want to hear my opinion? I think you have a moral obligation if you have that type of money, $500 billion, $500 billion to help the world. You have a moral obligation. Now, it's just my opinion. You could have your opinion, and I could have my opinion. But when you're at those types of levels, you have a moral obligation. And there are so many things. You know what the funny thing is with someone like Elon? He could do it in a way where he doesn't even lose money. Like I told you, let's say he took $10 billion, okay? And let's just say again, okay, that he found some form of a fixed rate. Again, it could be 5%, it could be 10%, or whatever it is, some kind of government bonds or whatever the case may be. But let's just say let's go with 10%. Okay, so that means he could have $1 billion coming in where he would not lose any of his principal. Now, I understand $1 billion is not a lot of money for the whole world, but it could certainly do a lot of good. And if enough billionaires followed in his footsteps and did the same exact thing, before you know it, that 1 billion could turn into 2 billion. It could turn into 3 billion. It could turn into 6 billion. And the funny thing is they wouldn't even lose a penny. Their principal would be safe. This would be based on interest. Okay. So look, you could all feel whatever you want to feel. See, I feel differently. I've helped a lot of people in my life. I read these comments about haters say you don't help. I helped. Oh, you have no idea how many times I've helped people. How many times I was walking down the street with my wife. There was a guy freezing. I threw him $100 bill. How many times I'm in Atlantic City, there was a guy starving. I bought him food. I got him drinks. I gave him money to get home. I ordered him an Uber for him to get home. There was a lady at Dunkin' Donuts. She had a kid with her. She was crying. The kid was starving. He wanted a donut. I gave her $100 bill. Man, listen, I do it from my heart. I've always done good. I've done good things for my 8 brothers, my 8 sisters. I've helped family. I've helped friends. I am very, very big with helping people. Okay. And right now I kind of need help. That's the irony is that because my wife has stage 4 breast cancer. She's the rock of our family, the love of our family. The cancer metastasized, started off as breast cancer, went to her brain, formed 3 gigantic tumors. She had to remove a 9 cent. You know how big 9 centimeters is? It's really big. Okay, really big. They had to remove that surgically. The other 2 tumors couldn't be removed surgically. Spread throughout her brain and spread into her spinal cord tunnel. So I'm in even a tough position. But you see, unlike a lot of people, I understand that everybody's going through a tough time right now. That's why I offer this program. You can read it in the description where it's $1 and I write you a beautiful song for the holidays. Now, it's like in a way I'm making your good deed, something public. I'm making it like immortal. I'm making it, that's not often that happens, right? Where you do a good deed for someone and someone celebrates it online with a video and music and kind of immortalizes it. But anyway, you could read about that in the description of the video if you're interested. But God bless all of you. God bless your families. And we really, really need to do something about helping people that are in very, very difficult situations in life.